Vayechi, ideas in the realm of Gematria from the Parsha and for the Geulah, which means for the redemption. Geulah means redemption. In Hebrew, this is article 12 because Vayechi is the 12th Parsha. Early on in our Parsha, we learn about Jacob blessing Joseph's two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. It says, and it was after these things that someone said to Joseph, "Behold, your father is ill." So he took his two sons with him, Manasseh and Ephraim. Genesis 48, verse 1. This phrase, and it was after these things, Vayehi achar hadvarim ha'eleh, would seem like a common phrase in the Torah. But this exact phrase, Vayehi achar hadvarim ha'eleh, and it was after these things, actually only appears 5 times in the entire 5 books of the Torah. Just 5 times. If you look closely at each verse, you will notice something interesting. Each instance where this phrase appears is connected to either Abraham or Joseph. Let's look at the first verse. And it came to pass after these things that God tested Abraham, and he said to him, "Abraham," and he said, "Here I am." Genesis 22, verse 1. The next verse is, and it came to pass after these things, and it was told to Abraham, saying, "Behold, Milcah, she also bore sons to Nahor your brother." Genesis 22, verse 20. The third instance is with Joseph. It says, and it came to pass after these things that his master's wife lifted up her eyes to Joseph, and she said, "Lie with me." Genesis 39, verse 7. And the fourth instance is, and it came to pass after these things that the cupbearer of the king of Egypt and the baker sinned against their master, against the king of Egypt. Genesis 40, verse 1. And this is connected to Joseph because, as the story goes, Joseph would interpret both of their dreams. So it says it came to pass after these things, and the cupbearer and the baker landed up in prison where they would meet Joseph. So it's connected to Joseph. That's the fourth one. And the fifth one is, and it came to pass after these things that someone said to Joseph, again Joseph, "Behold, your father is ill." So he took his two sons with him, Manasseh and Ephraim. Genesis 48, verse 1. So 2 Abrahams and 3 Josephs. But they're all about either Abraham or Joseph. So the question is, why does the Torah seem to be making a connection between Abraham and Joseph in these instances? And what is the connection between Abraham and Joseph in general? As it turns out, Abraham and Joseph have some interesting things in common. Both Abraham and Joseph went to Egypt and went through a time when there was a famine in the land. What is even more specific to Abraham and Joseph is that they were both separated from their families. Abraham, when he was called to leave his land and his father's house, Genesis 12:1, and Joseph, when he was sold into slavery by his brothers and taken to Egypt, Genesis 37, verse 28. The word Kodesh in Hebrew means holy, but it also means separate. Something that is holy is something that is separated. Abraham and Joseph were separated from their families, but through their trials in this separation, they became exceedingly holy people. In Gematria, Abraham has a numerical value of 248, and Joseph has a numerical value of 156. 248 plus 156 equals 404. The word Kodesh, in Hebrew, the word Kodesh, holy, has a numerical value of 404. So Abraham plus Joseph equals Kodesh, as we see some similarities that they have in common. Shabbat Shalom. Have a great Shabbos.